From our home in desert in Arizona, the landscape and the views have started changing. There are factories coming up, plants coming up, manufacturing taking off. We are building cars and we are building semiconductor and we are building industrial equipment. Reshoring, supply chains coming back, re-industrialization has momentum, and artificial intelligence holds great promise in the re-industrialization of societies. In order to appreciate and understand the potential of AI in the industrialization, let us spend a moment appreciating what industrialization has done to human beings and society over the last 75 years. Lifespan for human beings has doubled in the last 75 years. So when the wars got over, at about 1950, human beings were average living for about 35 years. Today, the average lifespan is 72 years. I am expected to live at least 25 years more than any of my grandparents. This was driven by industrialization. We are not only living longer, we are living a healthier, more prosperous, a better quality of life. When the wars got over in 1950, about 60% of human population was living below poverty lines. That number has come down to 8%. Why this is magnificent? Because there were 2.5 billion people in 1950, and today there are 8 billion people. So industrialization has had a massive impact in the last 75 years. And guess where it all started? Right here in the Midwest, in the great American Midwest. Center point being Madison, Wisconsin. At the end of the war, all of Europe had to be rebuilt. Japan had to be rebuilt. The rest of the world was underdeveloped. The oasis for humankind, the oasis for human society was the great American Midwest. Madison, Wisconsin, and about a 300 to 400 mile radius around us. This is where it all began. Factories, plants, equipment being manufactured, cars being manufactured, furniture, pharmaceuticals, clothing, all of that being manufactured right here in the hub of America that transcended across the United States, but beyond, across the world, because at that time, the mills and factories of Manchester and Wuppertal and Osaka had gone silent. So the great progress humankind has made in lifespan, in lowering poverty lines, has been driven by industrialization right from the hub of industrialization in Madison, Wisconsin, and beyond. Now that's the last 75 years. Let's go back 750 years. The greatest invention made by human beings. The Gutenberg printing press that took knowledge, human-created knowledge, and started replicating it. The Bible got produced in volume. Shakespeare's literature got produced in volume. Children's books, books on physics and music, and knowledge got democratized. So human content started getting replicated, and then the internet came in. And Queen Elizabeth was the first head of state to write an email and press the send button in 1976. A few years later, after I graduated from college, in December 1992, an engineer, Neil Papworth, wrote the first text message. It was December 1992. He thought about it, and he sent two words from one mobile device to another. It said, "Merry Christmas." Merry Christmas was the first text message. And then, in the last 5 years, happens artificial intelligence, Gen AI. So far, we are replicating human content. And what generative artificial intelligence does is, machines now create content. Machines now create content, and the impact on the industrial world we are starting to see is incredible. Productivity is up. Remember, we have 8 billion people today, growing. 75 years ago, it was 2.5 billion people. So many mouths to feed, homes to build. So productivity is going up at a reduced cost to operate, but most importantly, risk is being mitigated. Risks for communities, for worker productivity, for worker health is being predicted and addressed with the power of artificial intelligence. We are at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. What a majestic campus. Tucked in between two lakes, Lake Mendota, Lake Monona. For the last 175 years, amazing inventions have come out of here. Ideas like stem cell research, weather satellites, social security, astronomy, the Wisconsin idea. So for 175 years, the power of the Wisconsin idea has been that what we learn in schools and classrooms in Madison, Wisconsin, gets applied for community health and welfare outside the classroom. So I'm going to provoke you all with this incredible Wisconsin idea called industrial AI, combining the two thoughts I shared with you. We are in the hub of manufacturing. Artificial intelligence is pervasive now. By the end of this decade, by 2030, every factory and plant around using AI for better community health and wellness and productivity and lower costs of operating. So that 75 years from now, somebody's standing here talking about the great manifestation of industrial AI, the same way I was talking about what has happened in the last 75 years. The power of industrial AI, a quintessentially Wisconsin idea to do good for people. Starting with my Badger son who graduates in a month, on to his progeny, to communities around the world. Now that is what I call the Wisconsin idea. Thank you.